welcome back to JKTV. This is episode 2. Dose, if you're watching anywhere where they speak Spanish, like Mexico, Germany, or Spain. This episode, we got a bunch of new stuff. We got all natural mustaches this time, including me.
We'll do an extreme close-up on Dane's upper lip here momentarily. Believe it or not, there is some peach fuzz going in there. Good job, Dane. I'm very proud of you.
You can see
I'm a fan.
Depending on the angle.
We have to have the right angle. We'll adjust the camera for you later. But what do we have in this episode, boys?
So we've got a couple great videos for you this time. We've got the destination Rio Filobobos.
That's Filobobos is actually a river in Spanish or in Mexico, wherever, or Germany, wherever they speak Spanish.
I thought Rio was river.
No, that's dog.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, it was a great river we did down in Mexico, so that'll be a pretty cool destination piece.
We also have Indiana James coming back to you to teach you some more about outdoor survival. Indiana James, what he makes up with enthusiasm, he loses with his approach. But that just goes to show you that as he's alive at the end of the thing, you can do a lot with enthusiasm, even if you don't really know what you're doing. So we have a lot to learn from Indiana James.
Yeah, well, that reminds me of a really funny joke. So what's next?
Yeah, so the gear review with the Lightning Flowtech paddles, you have to check those out. It's pretty cool. New paddle that's got graphics on the blades and stuff like that, so stay tuned and check that one out.
It's like a snowboard or ski kind of a thing. That's what makes that different, I think, huh?
Yes,
Except
it's kind of crazy.
you use the paddles on the snow.
Oh, good deal.
It's all water.
We're going to have tech tips. Tech tips, if you remember, that's how you learn how to do stuff. Watch the tech tip on stand and fish. That's right, you can go fishing and stand at the same time. Both skills, easy to learn separately, take a little bit of practice to do together. We're going to add a third element to that. We should probably add it to the title, stand, fish, and kayak. That's right, all on tech tips.
That's three.
They're near impossible when you combine them all together.
Unless you have an appropriate stand, fishing, kayak, probably.
Yeah.
Those little narrow tippy like wild water racing kayaks, that would be hard. But
I could see that being hard.
A yacht's the perfect one.
yeah, exactly. Stand, fish, kayak, 50-foot yacht, no problem.
Is that why you've got your nice, your hat?
The sailor's hat?
It's not a sailor hat, it's a captain hat. Totally different. Captain of the ship, that's right.
You are a captain of the ship, that's for sure.
We're in a house.
We've also
That's with a P. Anyway,
we've also got shot of the month. You guys have been sending in some of your best shots, so thanks for doing that. So we'll show you some of the shots, and we'll show you the winner of this month.
It's a pretty awesome shot, actually. We also have Teen Spotlight. Last time we did the premature beard aging guy, Damon Bungard. This time we do the real deal. I mean, we're talking all natural aging. Joe Pulliam. It's more of a team spot heavy. This man is the real deal. I mean, he's been with all the major companies from the beginning of the whitewater industry. He's got to be 50 plus years in the business.
Probably from the beginning of time.
Well, the time
he was friends with the T-Rex, but he survived.
But seriously though, Joe Pulliam leads us down the Chattooga River. It's going to be awesome, so check it out. And the good news is you have plenty of time to get yourself a cup of coffee because he talks real slow and southern style. Check him out, Joe Pulliam.
He's from the South.
Biscuits and gravy style.
South Carolina.
Pizza.
Awesome.
Georgia.
Well, thanks for coming back after episode 1. Means you obviously wasn't so bad that, you came back for episode 2.
We have a special news bulletin.
Oh my gosh.
In the news, we have some local news. After all, I've been holding this rain gauge, watching it go during this time from 0.5 to 0.58 inches of rain. That's right, Rock Island, Tennessee. All the rivers are going to be running. And for you Japanese folks out there, I just wanted to say konnichiwa and genki desu ka? And for you, we've got a present. No, this samurai sword is not it. What it is subtitles. Dane here, he's going to add Japanese subtitles to all future things. So Dane, don't forget to add on that. Just remember.
I don't speak Japanese.
First,
it's easy to write.
You should learn. Yeah. Awesome.
Right.
So, sayonara.
Hope you enjoy.
Adios, amigos.
So here we are at the beautiful foothills of the Filobobos Valley. we just got off one heck of a hike down. This was a switchback hike down. Took us about an hour to get down here, maybe 45 minutes. Constant switchbacks all the way down, carrying the Rogue. Thankfully, the Rogue is a really light boat. We got down the bottom here, we got El Diablo, the Toro. El Diablo is sitting there looking at our red boats. Not sure if that's a good thing or not. We're hoping to put on the river as fast as possible, but all the other younger guys are way behind us and we're waiting for them to get down. Anyways, after a nice switchback run, hike down, and we're at the put-in of this beautiful river. I'm going to spend a day exploring some ruins, and we'll catch you in the end.
Filobobos River, another gorgeous day, great weather, the water is crystal clear, feels like we're straight out of Tarzan, beautiful scenery, I can't wait to paddle the rest of the river.
Sintiendo la arena, nadie deja de bailar. Baila, baila, que la luna te iluminará. Baila, baila y la energía te llegará. Baila, baila, que los santos te bendecirán. Baila, baila, con la tierra te armonizarás.
Today's a great day. We're on the Filobobos River. We just finished the upper section. We're at the put-in for the middle. We're going to continue on down to the ruins. Very exciting.
Luna llena, luna, luna llena. Luna, luna llena, luna llena. Luna, luna llena, luna. Las sombras que brillan en el suelo tienen color. Brillan y brillan dando muestra de calor. De todos lados.
This butterfly just ran some solo class 3.
Sintiendo la arena, nadie deja de danzar. Baila, baila, que la luna te iluminará. Baila, baila y la energía te llegará. Baila, baila, que los santos te bendecirán. Baila, baila, con la tierra te armonizarás.
Finished a great day on the Filobobos. We did both the upper and the middle sections. We ended up here at the ruins. This is a great Class 2, Class 3 river. Nice kind of bump and grind all the way down. Lots of big fluffy waves every once in a while. The fauna and the mountainside was phenomenal here. We had really cool natural cliffs that are kind of laden with these heavy mosses and vines, and it just made the whole day spectacular. It was awesome.
Just finishing loading boats after an unbelievably awesome day. Class 2-3 rapids, beautiful canyons, huge rock walls. Then we got down to the middle, it opened up. We got to see some really cool fossils. And then we ended up here at the Kayak ruins, something that was unbelievable. It's like massive ruins, incredible yards. I mean, these people were living the life back in the day, I think. definitely a place to come back to. If you haven't been here, you gotta check it out.
Pesos va a ganar. Agua de tamarindo para las muchachas.
Oh, this is awesome. I just pulled into this uncharted beach off the Roca de Partida, and I'm pretty sure I've stumbled across this ancient ruins kind of area where there's looks like some sort of hieroglyphs here. Now I've got some background with the Eastern Asian hieroglyphics and not so much the Spanish stuff, but I think I could sound this out. It says Son. I believe that means sunshine. Jackson, I think it's sunshine above the west Harry. Jackson, Kayak was Harry. I believe that's a hieroglyphic welcome for. Who let the kid cross the set? I'm trying to make this look like some sort of hieroglyphic thing, and you throw the kid across the set. I can't work with these people anymore.
This gear review is on the Lightning Flowtech paddle. The Flowtech paddle is a very unique paddle, number one because of the construction. For the first time we're seeing snowboard and ski technology put in a paddle. This is not an epoxy composite layup. This is actually a pressed foam, so it's a high pressure system, the same thing to use with snowboards and skis. It creates a flexible blade that also has great wear characteristics and is super strong. Now, of course, you recognize this isn't a normal black paddle, and the reason is because, like a ski and snowboard, they can mold in graphics. And this is a custom graphic. It's called chlorophyll. It's supposed to look like a leaf. They've got a lot of graphics. You can do just about anything you want. The shaft is a standard carbon epoxy shaft. However, you'll notice that this bend shaft has a lot of bend in it, and it also has a lot of oval shape. It's a really incredible grip. The grip is probably my favorite grip for a couple reasons. Number one, it's got a lot of bend, so you've got a lot of torque for turning with your wrist, but it also has a lot of oval, so even with your eyes closed, you know where you're at on the paddle at all times. So it's a really easy position to hold. It's good on the wrist, and it also has a lot of oval for control. One of the things I like to do is I like to put some electrical tape on my paddle. All the shafts is actually very slippery when it's brand new because it's coming out of a mold. So electrical tape is important for this paddle, like a lot of the carbon shafts. So you need to put some kind of tape on if you really want to have a good grip. A couple other things about this paddle. You're going to notice while the shaft is fairly stiff, the blade flexes, and that flex, when you can first feel it when you take some hard strokes, really provides a lot of shock resistance. So when if you hit rocks on a hard stroke trying to attain upstream or anything like that, it gives you a little shock resistance on it as well. The blade shape is kind of a standard asymmetrical shape. It seems to be very balanced when you take a stroke. There's no flutter, there's no twist in your hand either, and the blades are pretty big, so there's plenty of power. This paddle is a paddle I use for creeking, play boating, river running, everything. I don't have to switch it out. And the main reason is because it's got enough surface area and power that you can use it for everything from racing to play boating. This is my paddle of choice. I've been using it now for some time. I'm pretty fired up on them.
everybody? It's Drew Gregory here again with Jackson Kayak. Today I'm going to go over a quick tip on standing and fishing kayaks. Obviously standing is a big advantage when you're fishing because you can see down in the water, you can see the fish, you can see structure they hang around, so standing's becoming very popular in the sport. That's why Jackson Kayak, we've actually built this into our kayaks from the stable hull of the Coosa here and the Cuda. We also have the stand assist handle. So what you want to do when you stand is, first of all, you want to get somewhere, especially if this is your first time trying it, somewhere shallow, somewhere that's safe. You know, you wouldn't want to get out somewhere kind of deep like this in a fast-moving river. You know, stay right by your launch point. That way, in case something happens, you need to jump out, you can jump out with no problem and you'll be fine. What you want to do though is grab your stand assist handle, just pull yourself up nice and easy, no problem. Then, don't try to keep your balance straight in the middle of the boat, right? It's very hard to do that. You actually want to have a little bit of weight on one side or the other, plus it's more comfortable to fish like that. I like to prop my leg up when I fish on one side or the other, and as you'll notice, when you first get in the boat and you try to stand, you actually want to lean to the right far and see where the boat catches, okay? I know it's going to catch at that point. You want your brain to start to remember this. Subconsciously, your brain will know exactly how far it can shift its weight to the right and to the left. So test it out. Left-hand side stability, secondary stability kicks in, good to go, okay? Keep doing this over and over for a little while, and especially as you get on more and more trips, your brain is going to learn that. So when you're fighting that fish and doing that stuff in the kayak that you might see myself and others out there doing, the reason why we're not tipping over is because we just have done it so much, our brain knows subconsciously not to go one side or the other. So that's the tip for standing. Now getting back down is really one of the most important parts of standing. Again, grab your stand assist handle and just take all that weight and lean on it. Go nice and easy down. That way you don't have to fall down putting one arm to the left or right, which will cause you to tip over. So if you keep those tips in mind, I think you're going to do a good job of standing and fishing, and hopefully that's going to increase your catch rate.
I'm Joe Pulliam. I work for Jackson Kayak, and I have avoided a title as much as I can, but they call me the head coach, and I live in Greenville, South Carolina, which is about an hour and a half from where we are now here at the Chattooga River. Well, I thought a canoe was really, really cool until I saw a kayak, and I saw it was even more exotic, and I just thought a kayak was the coolest thing that could ever be. So it's been almost 40 years now, and for most of that time I've made my kayaking and building kayaks mostly my profession, and have been involved with with a lot of the different companies, starting with Perception and then moving on to Dagger, which I started with a group of friends in 1988. And it's been not only an occupation or a vocation, but it is a lifestyle, and one of the great things about this business is you get to travel worldwide. You know some of the greatest people in the world, and you get to see the world from a perspective that few people do. So really, since my days at Clemson, my life has largely evolved and revolved around kayaking. I met my wife Lucy. Our first date, if you will, was on Section 2 of the Chattooga. We borrowed a Grumman aluminum canoe, and she wanted to paddle Section 3 of the Chattooga, but by the time I finally got her to do that, she realized she was more interested in flat water than white water, so she has more remained a canoeist while I pursued kayaking, which was a lot more fun. I met a guy named Bill Masters who had a couple of molds and had been building boats for a year or two, and we started building boats after school in his backyard. And then we started paddling a lot during school and missing class and coming up to the Chattooga and getting a quick trip in on Section 4. And all through this time we're in fiberglass boats. The group of us that had been paddling at Clemson basically became what now is known as Perception, and started making plastic boats in 1978. And it was over the next few years we started learning, okay, there's some things we can do different now. We don't have to take the same lines that we used to, and started running some of the rapids a little differently, and where if you knew you were going to hit a rock, that's okay now. You didn't have to go back and fix your boat. Then of course boats got shorter and got better, more comfortable, and more high performance. You could do more things with them, and I think probably the first that really stands out was the Perception Mirage, because that was, in my mind, the first plastic boat that really had some decent performance in it. It was still a 4-meter boat, still a 13-foot long boat. And then the next evolution was the Dancer, which it was hugely successful, and being a couple feet shorter allowed us to do some new things and go some new places. That was a milestone. The Perception Saber was really fun, and starting to learn to squirt. We'd take the sabers and squish them so they'd squirt better, and had a lot of fun on the Chattooga with those. Then that led into the Dagger days, and made a couple trips down here, paddled, and I started paddling canoe a lot more in those early Dagger days because that's where we started. The RPM though is probably the most fun of all, and it had the playfulness, the slicey rear end, but still had enough speed. And of course at the Chattooga you paddle across the lake at the bottom, so any boat with speed is a big plus. And I've enjoyed paddling a lot of the Jackson boats now on the Chattooga. My boat of choice mostly has been the Hero, but it lacks something that I really miss on the Chattooga, and that is that real zippy kind of speed. And I am so excited to be here today. We're going to put the first batch of production Zens on the water, and the Zen was designed largely with this type of paddling in mind. It's going to be playful, no doubt, but first and foremost, it's a boat that has that feeling, that zippy feeling, that feeling that when you make a move and you lean it up on edge and you turn into that eddy, it just cuts in there so fast, and you feel so confident about being able to make a certain move. I've been lucky to paddle all over the world and paddle hundreds and hundreds of rivers. But the Chattooga's home. I don't come as often as I did when I was a college student or when I was at Perception in the early and mid 80s. But still try to get up here once every 2 or 3 weeks. It's great to be back here today, and really great to be back here on this river with a new boat and with the Jackson crowd. And while they may be showing you the new school moves, what that boat's really capable of, maybe I'll show them a few old school moves along the way, and I suspect I'll have as much fun, if not more fun, than any of them.
Thank you all so much for sending in your photo and video. We had many to choose from, but this month's winner was by Lucas Reitman. It was called Sweet Creek, and it's of a Jackson kayak villain boofing on Sweet Creek in Oregon. Now don't forget, March is right around the corner, so be sure to send in your photo or video in hopes of becoming that shot of the month.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. Thank me.
Well, thank me, I would say probably.
Actually, thank you guys.
We're not in a new studio. Well, we hope you enjoyed JKTV episode 2, Dos, Zwei, Tri, whatever, in all the different languages.
Number 2.
Dos. Well, we hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time for JKTV episode 3.
Or 4, depending if we skip that one.
And if you don't remember, today's the first Monday of February, February 6th. It's kind of weird. We thought of doing it January 31st because it was like the last day of January, but it wasn't the first Monday of the month. So we waited a week. The next one will be March 5th or something like that, the first Monday of March.
Yeah, probably.
Monday is a day in the month. You can check your calendar. I know a lot of things.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And for those of you that know what a week is, it's really a day in the week.
Thanks for coming by. You stay classy, interweb.
But thanks for stopping by.
I still don't know what that means.
Thanks for stopping by.
No, yeah, we're done now.
Okay,
And-
still at 0.58 inches. Is it going up?
Cut.
Click. Ah.